Hi, this is Rob Basham, and I'm with Satish and Praveen. Today we're going to show how to upgrade from 423, Spectrum Scale 423 with transparent cloud tiering to Spectrum Scale 5.0 level with the accompanying changes. The 5.0 release for transparent cloud tiering is a major release, and the configuration is a significant change. So we're going to show you how to go ahead and go through this. And right now we have a system on 423. It's just a simple cluster, but I think it's enough to show you what you need to do to move up. And then also after that, we're also going to show you how, once you upgrade, how you can do a container spillover, which is one of the key new features you're going to need to do. So with that, we have here a cluster at 423. Satish, do you want to go ahead and show a little bit about the cluster? You can show what it is and what the versions are, what the nodes are before we do the upgrade. So I see here we have a server started. And the status is started and it's active. The account here is listed. You can see here the cloud provider name is TCT, and it's a CleverSafe account. And so we're upgrading while attached to a CleverSafe account. And it looks like we have it's connected to file system GPFS 0. You want to go ahead and maybe show the node class, and maybe we can show the container as well. Or I guess you don't have a container on this level, right? That's the whole point. It's just part of that. Okay, so this kind of shows you what you need to know about where your system's at. It's a very simple system. It has a single container, a single service. And now we're going to go ahead and go through the upgrade processes. So Satish, is there anything more you want to show on this system before we do the upgrade?
No, Rob.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. So I have 5001 RPMs on my setup. So I'm stopping TCT service on my setup and shutting down the GPFS before upgrading the RPM.
I see you stop TCT service and you shut down GPFS.
So now I'm upgrading the RPM.
So if you had multiple nodes, you'd have to do this on each and every node, right?
Yes, Rob.
Right.
We need to run build GPL so that upgrade complete. upgrade completed. I am starting the GPFS.
Okay, so GPFS is active now.
Yes. And now the GPFS version on our setup is 5001.
Okay.
Now we need to update TCT on this node. I'm upgraded to this level, 1141. Let me stop the TCT service before doing that. Okay.
I see you you stopped the service again.
That's all.
Okay.
Yeah, upgrade completed. Let me show the version. Yeah, this is the TCT version. And, let me show the TCT configuration after upgrading from 113 to 114. Yeah, this is the configuration after we upgrade our data model from 113 to 114. Let me show the container also. So this is the container. What we create. So these are the configuration details on our setup after upgrading from 113 to 114. So to create the new spillover container, we need to use the same cloud service name, default service.
Well, yeah, let's just talk a minute about what happened here. So on 423, we had a very different data model, and it didn't scale in terms of scaling to multiple cloud accounts, multiple file systems, multiple containers, all the things we needed to scale up. So we ended up changing our model significantly. And what we do is when we go through the upgrade, we automatically take care of that for you through this upgrade. So you see here, you still have your cloud service. That's still there. But you can see here now we've added this thing called a cloud storage access point. So that's a new entity, and that's your connection to the cloud. So we've taken some things out of, that were kind of combined with other fields and separated it out. And now what you can do is you can create multiple connections to your cloud that allow you to have, high availability. So one of the things I would recommend doing as part of this is now that you have this additional capability, you should probably go in and add if you have multiple accessors or multiple nodes that you can connect into in your on-prem, I would recommend you add in another CSAP. Now, if you're going out to SoftLayer or out to Amazon S3, one CSAP's enough because they have their own high availability load balancing. But for an on-prem object storage configuration, that would be one thing you should maybe consider doing. So actually, Satish, do you have multiple accessors out there for this config?
No, Rob.
Okay, this is just a simple. We have a toy object storage, but if you were having a production system, that's one thing you would look at, is adding a new CSAP in. Okay, so that's one thing to look at here, is we've created this CSAP. In addition to that, you can say we've created a container pair set. So this container pair set is the object that represents, the container pair where you store your data. So when you're doing a tiering service, what you're going to do is we're going to create, a metadata container which keeps TCT metadata, and then, there's a container for the actual file system data, which is the data container which contains the file system data, and it actually contains the file system metadata as well. So that's what's in this container pair set. So the other thing we create, in addition to the CSAP, you have your cloud account is TCT, and you have your CSAP, and you have your container pair, and then you have the cloud service. So, that's kind of what's happened here, is we've kind of, automatically adjusted all those things for you. Satish, is there anything else we do through the upgrade in terms of things that we automatically create or adjustments we make?
No.
Okay, that's it. Okay, yeah, so now that you're here, what we want to do is, if you've been going along on 423, you would be unable to spill over your container, and so it might be too large. And we recommend when your container gets up around 100 million files, you should spill it over to a new container. So what this means is for this same cloud service, you want to create a new container, and what's going to happen is that TCT will use the old container for reading only, and for new migrations, all the new migrations will only go into the new container. So the old container won't get any larger. The reason we do this is that our maintenance operations that we do in the background are nonlinear, and they get a little out of hand, get a little too long as you get up into the hundreds of millions. So to be safe, we recommend you cut it off at 100 million. All right, so with that, maybe Satish, you want to go ahead and show how creating a new container pair set, how that works?
Yes, sir. So before going to create the new container pair set creating the container pair set, we need to run these two commands. As in 114, we are supporting transparent recalls and destroy event handling. We need to upgrade our file system to latest level. So I'm running those two commands. Now we are good to create a new container pair set. sorry. Like command not pushed completely. So you need to use the same default cloud service so that newly migrated files will be spilled to this new container.
Yeah, maybe while this is going, do you want to take a minute to explain each of these parameters?
Yes, sir. So cloud node class is what we got from what we already created in 4 to 3 level, and container pair set name is name of the pair set container pair set we are creating, and cloud service name default cloud service name, and here we enabled transparent recall and destroy event handling. Let's list this container pair set and see the parameters.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the new indoor container. So if you migrate new files from this GPFS0 file system path, files should be migrated to this new Swift pillar container. Let's migrate one file and check.
Right. So what are these data location and meta location? Satish, what are those fields?
Those are provisioning codes we have on our CleverSafe object storage.
Okay. So the data location, where did you pick up the data location to know what to put there?
Yeah. Let me open our CleverSafe object storage GUI and show you. So these are the vaults I created. So from here, I picked up the data location.
Okay. It's the provisioning code.
Yes.
And there's one for your metadata vault and there's one for your data vault.
Yes.
Because they're a little different.
Yes.
So that's where you pick those up to create the container.
Yes.
Great. Thanks.
Okay. Let's migrate one file and check whether the file is moving to new spillover container. I'm creating a small file. I migrated the file. got migrated to the cloud.
And you can see it's non-resident now.
Yes.
Okay.
Through this CyberDeck, I connected to our CleverSafe cloud account. So let's go to the container that got created. Let me refresh. Yeah, this new. Sorry, I clicked on Meta. So this object got migrated to our new container. Here you can see the object.
Okay. All right, so we were able to create a container. So going forward now, the data is now spilling over into this new container. Hopefully this has helped you understand a little bit about the adjustment going from 4.2.3 to 5.0 and a look at doing a container spillover. So another one of the key things that is enabled is are there any other new functions or features moving to 5.0 that we should explain? For example, is there any delete processing new there that's handled automatically that needs to be enabled, or how does delete processing work once a day? Has that changed at all from 4.2.3 to 5.0?
No.
It's still the same.
Yes.
Okay, so what's going to happen is daily, delete processing will still happen automatically. You're still going to need to do reconcile, and just a reminder that with this new container, in addition to continuing to run reconcile occasionally on that old container, you'll want to set up a cron job to run reconcile on this new spillover container as well. All right, so that's it for the video. So in the interest of helping you understand how to set up your cron job to run reconcile on this new container, we're going to show you this. Now, we're not going to set up the cron job, but we will show you the command that you're going to need to put in your cron job. You need to run this cron job about once a month. You probably don't need to run it more often than that. Once a month should be fine. So this is the command that would run, right, Satish?
Yes, Rob.
Okay. You can see here for this reconcile runs real quick, but once you get a lot of commands in there, this command takes a long time. So please, I would recommend doing this on a weekend or overnight with the anticipation that the reconcile will run for several hours. The other thing is you should not set up your cron job so it overlaps with a migration policy run. So be sure that your reconcile and your migration policy are set up separately. Recalls are fine. Transparent recalls are fine. There may be some mild degradation, but in general, there shouldn't be any impact between reconcile and recalls. All right. Well, thanks, Satish, for helping out with this video, and I hope it will help you through your 4.2.3 upgrade process. Good luck.